Namaste, this is Monica, and we are going to explore Yin Yoga today, which is one of my personal favorite type of practices. So, we are going to explore our body today, holding into our asanas for longer because that's what happens in Yin Yoga. We also follow three principles. We find our edge, we find the point which is not uncomfortable, not too comfortable for us, so that we are adequately working on our asana. Number two, we resolve to remain still. Once we find the edge, we say that, okay, now I'm going to be still, because we only take that decision. Number three, we hold our asanas for the time that we have decided. So these are the three principles that we are going to follow throughout the practice. Get ready to get into meditative state, to get into relaxing state, some of resistance that you will be facing, but let's explore all of this together in this practice. So let's get started. To begin with, make sure you have some props around you. I have bolster, blocks, and some cushions. You can also, if you don't have bolster, that's fine. You can have a folded blanket or folded bed sheet, or maybe a number of pillows or multiple cushions. Whatever you have around you, just grab it, keep it next to you so that you can have it handy and access it whenever in the practice you feel like using the props. You can of course do this practice without props also, so there's nothing to worry. I will be explaining both with and the without props. So let us start a session with breath awareness first. We will do our breath awareness into wide leg child pose. So to get into the wide leg child pose, you can first bring yourself into Vajrasana, sitting over your heels. Your big toes are touching each other. Place your palms on the side and widen your knees as much as you think it's okay for you. Without the prop, if you want to do this asana, then you can just simply walk your palms forward, and as you're walking your palms forward, if you feel that your hips are lifting up, and that's when you slide the cushion under your hips. Alternatively, to make this even more comfortable, you can have longer pillows, the pile of 2-3 pillows, or the bolster kept in between your knees. So I am literally putting it right in the center, and then I can just rest my chest on the bolster. And you can also rest your forehead on the bolster, or you can simply interlace your fingers, rest your chin on the bolster. So you can choose what feels right to you. You can also just rest the side of your face and just relax for a bit. So we're going to stay here for about 3 breaths. So I'm going to do this without the bolster today. If you want to deepen the stress on your shoulders, you can also place 2 blocks under your palms. I usually rest the bottom of my palm on the blocks, and then I stretch my fingers out and allow my shoulders to open. So see if you want to do that. Let me just move a little bit more back. So once you find your edge, find a nice comfortable position for yourself, and then from there on we are going to stay still. Take your awareness back to your breath and continue your focus on your breath. So whatever is the natural rhythm, we are going to follow that. If you feel the need of interfering in your breath, in the rhythm of your breath, just watch that urge. However, continue to breathe as you are breathing naturally. Feeling your breath flowing all the way to your tailbone maybe. See how the air sucked in literally expands your lungs, the chest area. Feeling that expansion. And if you're using the good capacity of your lungs, you may feel this expansion until your belly, your lower back. Let us spend some more time into this, into the silence of our breath. Now you can press your palms down on the mat, press your fingertips down, and start to lift yourself back up slowly. Start to slide your palms or start walking your palms towards you. Again, sitting over your heels. Place your palms on your thighs. Straighten your back, align your neck with your back and your hips. Breathe. Just few more breaths here. And we are going to begin with a starting mantra with one Om. So you can place your palms, you can join your palms to the heart center. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, open your eyes. So let us begin with half saddle pose first, and we will also do a bit of forward fold. Extend your legs out in front of you, bend your right knee, take your calf out if need be. So you're not sitting over your right foot, you're sitting inside your right foot. The right foot, the side of your foot is just touching your upper thigh or your hips. Stretch the left leg out nicely. If you feel your lower back is rounding too much, sit over the cushion, use the edge of the cushion, a hard cushion, or maybe block may not be that comfortable, but you can try. Now from here, we are going to fold forward. You can place your palms on the side of your left leg and start walking your palms. So if your upper back is rounding as you go forward, that's okay. You can also drop your head down towards your left leg. If you feel that over here you need a support, you need some cushioning, place a folded napkin or a small towel. Now over here, if you feel that you need more props, you can always place number of pillows, cushions. Maybe just rest your forearms, upper arms. You can interlace your fingers simply and just relax. Find a nice position for yourself, a nice comfortable edge, trying multiple props that may feel that it works for you. So let us explore it, and then we will change the side. Make sure you're finding your edge, you're not pushing yourself, finding the point which is comfortable, at the same time not too uncomfortable for you. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Relax your torso. So in Yin Yoga, once you find your edge, you relax your body, you let go, and then you allow the passive work to happen. So I'm allowing my torso to just relax, fall down. The gravity is working on it. Gravity is automatically pulling my torso down. So with time, of course, I may find a new edge. I may go deeper without me even putting any effort towards it. We are reaching to our connective tissues. So the biggest connective tissues in our body is fascia, which is responsible for the framework of your body. And in yin yoga, you reach to fascia as well, which also helps in regeneration of your cells. It's a very, very healing and therapeutic practice. And of course, very, very calming. And from here again, press your palms down, walk your palms back. Let us move to the second side. So you can again bend your left knee. Just do exactly what we have done on the right side. Extend your right leg out. Choose whatever you props you've used on the other side. You can use the same props. See what makes you feel nice, because sometimes the body may feel very different on the right side and the left side, and you may feel like using a different prop or no prop on the other side, and that's okay. You don't have to do the same thing. Listen to your body. Keep breathing and keep watching your breath, the sensation, and maybe when you find a new edge, allow yourself to go deeper. So if you see, there's a whole process of finding the edge, which means you're determining a point for yourself. There is a determination. So that step is there. And once you're determined, staying, keep working towards it is another step, that you keep staying in your asana. And once you keep working towards it, it's also required that you remain still in your asana while you're working towards it. So that will require a lot of patience and perseverance. And then we just let the results be, we just trust that the results are happening in our body, the passive work is happening. And we have done whatever we could do. Press your palms back down, walk your palms back, come back in the center. We are going to transition to the full saddle pose from here. So you can also bend your right knee, this time both of your feet parallel to each other. Take both of your calf out, hips resting on the floor. So your hips are in between your feet, not that you're sitting over your heels or your feet. Now if you feel like using the cushion under your hips, you can do that. Again, use the roll towel or napkin under your ankles if you feel that your ankles are hurting. So this is your option number one. If it is too uncomfortable for you, then I would suggest to just stay here itself. But some of you may be able to go deeper in this asana, and if that's the case, then you can start to place your palms behind you. You can just open your chest and maybe give a nice arch to your spine. Option number two, you can always place your forearms down, drop your head back, maybe supporting your head with two cushions. So you can, once you drop your head back, you can simply rest, and may still feel the opening in the chest and slowly surrender your shoulders. You can do that. Alternatively, what my favorite prop use in this asana is placing the bolster behind me. I place the side of the bolster, the shorter side of the bolster, touching my sacrum, and start to make a nice movement to sleep over the bolster, to rest over the bolster. So just rest. And then I prefer to stretch my arms out because it gives me a nice opening in the chest. Alternatively, you can simply place your palms on the side. So just choose, try and see what works for you. If my pony is also interfering with my comfort level, so you can also adjust your hair just in case, if need be, of course. And let us stay here, whichever variation that we have chosen for ourselves. We are going to continuously watch your breath. This is beautiful for your quads, your ankles. And if you feel like that it feels uncomfortable, lift your hips, tuck your tailbone in, lengthen your tailbone outwards. That will make you feel more comfortable. Keep watching all the sensations, feelings, the breath, and notice with time how your body starts to loosen up, how your body starts to relax. If in between your mind will wander, it will go somewhere else. Usually, when you're doing yoga and your mind is able to wander, which means you are way too comfortable maybe in your asana. And that's why we find that point wherein we also find some discomfort so that we can focus on the discomfort, we can breathe through it. That wouldn't give your mind the time to wander, because you're so invested in the sensations and feeling your sensations, the pain, maybe whatever little pain sensation you're getting. So being honest with our practice at the same time, not pushing ourselves too much. Allow your shoulders to fall. In between, you might feel that you're trying to just hold on to your shoulders, and I was just doing that. And suddenly, when I swept my awareness all throughout the body, I realized I'm shrugging my shoulders, and then I just let them fall towards the ground. A perfect opportunity to connect with the current moment, to the present. And let us make a transition from here to another asana. So you can press your palms down again or elbows down. Lift yourself back up very, very safely so that you don't strain your lower back. Press your palms down, lift up, come back in the center. Place your palms again on your thighs. Let us stay here for a few breaths. And we are going to make the transition to the frog pose from here. Absolutely beautiful asana for your hips and groin. So you can place your palms on the side, lift yourself back up, coming into the kneeling down position. Also place your palms in front of you. So I'm going to use the longer edge of the mat because in the shorter edge of the mat, maybe your knees will run out of the mat, and in that case, you won't have proper cushioning. On the other hand, you can also use blanket or bed sheet or anything, or any kind of cushion under your knees, because we are going to hold here for some time, right? So now bring your big toes together, knees away from each other as far as it is possible for you. Place your palms on the mat and then start to separate your shin, right? And like I said, in every asana we are finding the edge, so we are going to find the edge here also, making sure that you can take your knees wide apart as far as it is possible for you. Now over here my hips are also aligned with my knees, the side of my foot is resting on the floor. Now what to do with my arms? I can place my forearms down on the mat, interlace the fingers, and just simply rest my head on the forearms and allow my groin to stretch, right? And your knees may run more away from each other, like they slide away. So if that happens, allow that to happen as long as it is within your edge. Now over here, another option to use props is I can use the bolster and I can rest my torso over the bolster. So let us explore that as well. So bring your bolster closer to your pelvis and allow your upper body to rest on the bolster. Interlace your fingers and just rest your forehead on the bolster. Or you can simply rest your chin on the bolster or the side of your head on the bolster, because right now it is all about the groin, the intense stretch that we are getting in the groin. So find your edge, find what feels most comfortable for you. Adjust the position of your props if you have to, and then stay there. At any point you feel you can go deeper and the bolster is becoming the obstacle in finding the new edge, you can feel free to remove the bolster, props, whatever you're using. To begin with, I think let us use some props. Relax. Let's spend some time here. I'm allowing my torso to completely be free, loose, while the gravity is working on the groin, and we are simply watching it. So your knees and shin are making a perfect 90-degree here. So I guess I'm finding a new edge. So I would remove my bolster for some time, and then I would just rest directly on the floor. I may also want to stretch my arms out. You can do that as well. Okay, let us start to come out of our asana. You can place your palms on the mat, press your palms down, lift yourself up, maybe bring your big toes together, closer to each other, slide your knees if you can, or maybe walk your knees one by one towards each other, and bring your knees together. Bring your thighs also together, and we are going to spend a minute in child pose. So start to fold over. If you have gap, place the cushion under your hips, stretch your arms out. This will bring your groin muscles back into the neutral position. Press your palms down, lift yourself up, lie down on your belly. We are going to work a bit on our shoulders here. So once you lie down on your belly, take your right arm through your left armpit and place your right shoulder on the mat, and then take your left upper arm, cross it over. If you are falling on one side, bring your body in the center. You may need a cushion or a block in front of you, or maybe two cushions just to rest your head. I prefer to keep cushions because it becomes more comfortable for me. But make sure you're walking your palms as far as you can as you cross your arms over. And whichever arm you're crossing right now, then next, after 2 minutes, we change the side and feel this nice stretch in your shoulders, your shoulder blades going away. Allow your torso, allow everything else to relax. Your feet may fall apart, your heels may fall apart. So your arms are crossing right in line with your shoulders. Make sure you're in the center. The crossover is happening also in the center. Let your body loose as you sweep your awareness all throughout. Relax into your being. Yin Yoga gives you a good opportunity to witness everything. It kind of like you can always pick up watchfulness through Yin Yoga. Feel the sensation, a kind of massage that we get in the shoulders here. You may feel a new edge. You may feel that you may walk your palms a bit more farther away from each other. Do that if that happens. You can allow your torso, the weight of your torso, to just surrender on your upper arms where your arms are crossing. That'll give you a nice deeper stretch. Now to come out, press your palms and then change over. Again, allow your legs to just fall down. It is all about your shoulders. Keep breathing and keep watching. It really releases your shoulders. And you'll feel a different opening in your shoulders after this asana. A much lighter feeling in your shoulders. And now to come out, press your palms down. Uncross your arms. Place your forearms on the mat. And we're going to move into Sphinx pose. Now over here, if you feel you want a support under your chest, maybe draw your pillow or your cushion under your chest and just support your chest a bit. Now, if you feel you need a higher support, then you can always keep the bolster under your chest and then use the bolster to rest your chest upon. Mostly the area under your chest, I would say, not the chest. Chest needs to be open. So the area which is between your stomach and chest, that area needs to rest on the bolster. So let us stay here. Allow your legs to fall down again. Feel the sensation in your lower back. I want to do this without the bolster, but I wanted to show you all. So let us explore this. Feel the sensation in your lower back. Breathe. So once you find your edge, allow your torso to then surrender. So we are not consistently trying to lift up. We can surrender after we found the edge. So if you're not using the prop, it may get very straining on your shoulders. I mean, it will not hurt you, injure you, but you may feel some kind of strain on the shoulders. And you can always interlace your fingers, allow your head to drop. That's also okay. So if you start to feel uncomfortable in the head again, you can then bring your chin parallel to the floor. So that is something that you can keep changing. Body weight in the center. Keep checking the body weight. We tend to fall on one side unconsciously. That happens. And that's why we bring our awareness back to our body again and again. And once you bring your awareness, you will realize you are unnecessarily holding certain tensions. You can then release and allow your body to surrender. And as you exhale, press your palms on the floor, widening your elbows. You can cross your palms on top of each other and rest your forehead over your crossed palms and relax. Let us now make the transition to come up. Place your palms on the side of your chest. Press your palms to lift yourself back up. Come over your knees again. Sit over your heels. And we are going to rotate our neck a bit because after Sphinx pose, you may feel a bit of strain in your neck. So I do prefer rotating my neck a bit. A nice slow movement in your neck. Clockwise and anti-clockwise, maybe. Well done. And let us now lie down on our back so you can swing your knees forward. So we are going to move to Supta Baddha Konasana. You can keep your feet together, touching each other. Drop your knees on either side. This is without the prop that I'm explaining it to you. If you want, support your knees with a cushion, block, whatever that you want to use. and rest. Arms can be on the side. Make sure that your armpits have space to breathe. You can also cross your arms up. You can choose the variation. Alternatively, if you have the bolster with you, you can lie over the bolster or the pile of pillows. So you can cross again, place your sacrum over the bolster, bring your feet together, and depending on how much what your body allows, your feet, your heels can be closer or far from your groin. So once you find a nice slide here, also tucking your tailbone, maybe lift your hips, tuck your tailbone a bit, walk your heels a bit more closer to your groin, depending, like I said, depending on what your body allows right now. And allow your arms to fall down, allow your shoulders to fall down. So here you're working on your hips, your back at the same time, as well as your chest, shoulders, and breathe. Let's spend here some more minutes. So unconsciously again, you may hold onto your knees and trying to hold them up, but that's not needed. Allow the gravity to work on your knees, let it pull them down. Everything is just now resting. You have no control, nothing at all. You're letting it all go. Learning the art of relaxation. I'm afraid I'll just fall asleep now. So let us come out from this asana. Press your palms down on the mat. One by one, lift your shoulders, your body. Maybe bring your palms closer. Lift up. So coming out of these asanas wherein we are holding for long, coming out safely is very important. So you can release your bolster. So now we are going to move to a twist towards the end. Little bit, so we are not going to hold for longer. Just for a few breaths, and then we move to Shavasana just to release a bit of tension from our back. So you can bend both of your knees, bring them closer to your chest, and then drop them as it is, wherever they are on the side. Maybe looking at your left palm, or just close the eyes if you want. You can also rest your right palm on your thighs. If need be, place cushion. If there's gap between your knees, place the cushion, 2-3 cushions in between or underneath your knees to support them better. And let's change the side. You can now come back to the center and let us lie down in Shavasana. We have been cooling off, so a bit of relaxation, maybe a short one, would be nice, just to let your body be loose and free. There are no boundaries. You can just allow yourself to be. No ideals, no limitations here. Let your body just fall apart. Relax, relax your whole body. Allow your body to sink down on the mat. From your toes to the crown of your head. From the crown of your head to your face, your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your chest, your upper back, rib cage, your lower back, your abdomen, your hips, your groin, thighs, knees, your shin and calf, your toes, feet, everything is just getting heavy on the ground and relaxing. And you're able to observe your breath. If your mind is wandering, allow it to wander. There's no control that we are trying to have right now. We're simply relaxing. So you're watching everything into this relaxation. Touching the stillness within you, the quiet, the peace. So if you want to come out, if you want to relax, continue to relax, do that. If you want to come out, move your toes and fingers gently. Move your head from one side to the other. Bring your feet together, stretch your whole body. This is one of my favorite parts, stretching the whole body and releasing. Bend your knees over to your right. Press your palm down, lift yourself back up. Yin yoga never fails to impress me, never fails to make me feel better about the day, about everything around me. So, if you've enjoyed the practice, you can also hit the like button, subscribe or comment. And I really hope to see you soon again in some other practice. Let us join our palms together to seal our practice with one Om. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in. Thank you for joining me in. See you soon again. Bye bye.